So last night was the 2018 Video Music Awards and it aired on MTV. I didn't watch that shit. I completely forgot that it even came on. And to be honest, I'm glad I did forget. Because based on people who I've watched videos on give commentary about like how the show went in the reviews, everybody had a common theme. The show was absolutely trash. Now, the one part of the show that people hated the absolute most was Madonna. And as you can see next to Madonna is the Queen of Soul herself, Aretha Franklin. So Madonna's purpose was to get up there and do, present, I think, an award for Video of the Year. But before she gave that presentation, she decided to do her own variation of a tribute, and I use that term loosely, to Aretha Franklin. But the so-called tribute, thank God it didn't involve her singing, involved her talking more about herself than the actual Queen of Soul. Like, she made it all about her. And this is not the first time she's done this. She did this with Prince, and she did it with Michael Jackson, where she got up there and she spoke about them and probably just mentioned their name and then found a way to slip in stuff and talk about herself. I'm going to go ahead and read this in here to what she said. It said, Madonna is accused of delivering a self-indulgent tribute to the late Aretha Franklin during Monday night's MTV Video Music Awards. Before she presented the Video of the Year award, the Material Girl, who turned 60 the same day Franklin died of pancreatic cancer on August 16th, took a moment to acknowledge the Queen of Soul's recent passing. So are you trying to tell me that just because Madonna's birthday was the same day that Aretha Franklin passed, that gives her a right to speak on her? Because if that's the case, then that whole damn committee who thought that was a good idea needs to be fired. But instead of addressing the 76-year-old historic career, many online critics grumbled that Madonna spent most of the speech talking about herself. The Like a Virgin singer opened the segment by saying Franklin had changed the course of her life, and shared that when she was an aspiring singer and dancer, she sang Franklin's You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman a cappella during an unsuccessful audition. Well, I'm not surprised nor shocked that it was unsuccessful, because in my honest opinion, Madonna can't sing. And this is the Queen of Soul we're talking about, so not only can she not sing, but she also lacks soul in her voice, to be quite honest. And the one song where she actually had a tinge, like a little bit of soul in her voice, was a song that she did back in the early 90s. And the only reason it sounded like that is because of who she has as a production team behind her. That producer being Babyface. He produced the song and did background vocals. Without that, it would have just sounded like a typical mediocre Madonna song. Some of y'all may not know what song I'm talking about too if you were around back at that time. But much of the tribute involved Madonna talking about the early origins of her life and career. The singer recalled in great detail her rough upbringing in Detroit, where she said she was often mistaken for a prostitute while walking up to her third-story apartment building that she described as a crack house. Well, that explains so much why Madonna looks like a prostitute in many of her videos back in the day. And I always said there was something a little crackheadish about Madonna look-wise. I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if she has done that a time or two in her life. I don't know her life personally, to be honest. I don't care. It didn't take long before Madonna became a trending topic on Twitter, as the internet called out the pop superstar for turning what was supposed to be a tribute to Franklin into a Madonna monologue. That was so disrespectful, wrote one user. Aretha ain't put down her perch in heaven yet. Madonna did eventually get back on track to say that long live the Queen. So you are probably all wondering why I'm telling you this story. There is a connection, she said. Because none of this could have happened without Our Lady of Soul. She led me to where I am today, she continued. And I know she influenced so many people in this house tonight, in this room tonight, and I want to thank you, Aretha, for empowering all of us. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, long live the Queen. So that's probably the only time she really mentioned her in her entire speech, monologue, whatever, about Aretha Franklin. So you mean to tell me you started the whole thing off talking about you, and then saved her for the end? Okay, Madonna. I'm going to need people to stop asking Madonna to do tributes to our fallen legends. Just like stop. Because clearly she wants to be the center of attention. She wants to have the spotlight. And it's not about her. And a lot of people call her the Queen of Pop. I'm not giving her that title. To me, she does not deserve that title. Who I would give that title to is none other than the king of quote-unquote pop's sister, Janet. I know it sounds cliche, but hey, I think in my opinion, her career is way more successful than Madonna's, despite what the numbers say. But that's just my opinion. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. The links will be down below. I'll talk to you in the next one.